Happy New Year, fuckers. Happy New Year. A toast to 2019 from ArchieLuxury, coming from my suite at Crown Casino. Crown Casino. May your wristwatch fantasies come true. Winner, winner, chicken dinner in 2019. Habits. We're at Crown Casino and we're looking at habits. What sort of habits do you have there?
We're on a no smoking floor here today,
No
boss,
smoking?
so we may have to put away the pipe.
The pipe?
Let's show what other artisanal beastry we have here.
Yes. The elephant, ceremonious, the leaf.
Yep. That's
And
actually like a daisy bush.
The another leaf, and we've got
Gothic horror.
Gothic horror.
Which would be your weapon?
I would actually go for that puzzle leaf.
Okay. Now
Yes.
that looks a lot like a daisy bush. What it is, in fact, is an Artemisia absinthium.
Okay.
That is the key ingredient for absinthe. We
Absinthe.
have absinthe. Now that's my tipple, and we're going to make place this layer into a den tonight. Let me introduce you all to the refined habit from the Belle Epoque of France. I'm going to introduce you to how to make a perfect Swiss distilled absinthe. Okay, the absinthe we're trying today is kind of hard to get in Australia. It's a controlled substance. Sorry, it's a restricted substance, not a controlled. Now, something like this is 68% alcohol, which means that you cannot send it by air.
Yes.
Although people do.
People do. They do.
Every one of these bottles that you see here, when seized, is $45 release just for non-denatured ethyl alcohol of 60% alcohol or more, which is quite sizable. A bottle like this on the market in Australia would be $200.
Wow, I see.
What's it worth? What's it worth to me? What's it worth to me? Absinthe, let's go back to what it is. We're drinking Swiss distilled today.
Swiss distilled.
Which means it's made in a copper alembic.
Yes.
When I pour it for you, you'll see the colour is not a radioactive green. That's the kind of lolly water that's Czech absinthe. Czech absinthe is not made with Artemisia absinthium. It'll still have your fennel.
Yes.
It'll still have your anise.
Yes.
We have some other things as well which give it a lushing property, almost like ouzo when you drop water into it.
Yes.
That's when the delicate properties come out, much like a Swedish bitters, only better. So, Mr. Luxury, please. Yes. This is your one?
Yes, yes. Oh, actually, no, I'll take that one there, the puzzle, the leaf cutter bee leaf, if you don't mind. Thank you.
Leaf.
So I'm into bees. I'm into bees.
Now, when we take sugar with absinthe, we don't take it for the absinthe, we drink it. We put it there for the drinker. Because you're new to absinthe, this is the really best way to start.
Okay.
Now, I put in just 1 ounce. You can see the colour is like almost like an
so
olive oil.
that's not actually a crack pipe. That's a pourer.
That's a pourer.
For very expensive Swiss alcohols.
Also, if you're at a table and you can do it deftly and it's the same height that your standing height is, it looks great. Now, here's what makes a ritual for it. You take some time and you actually discuss it. It's almost like if someone says, I'm making some tea, would you like some tea? Oh, yes, please. I'm making a pot, do you want to join me? Suddenly everyone just gathers in, this is going to be worthwhile. Like, we're all invited to do this thing together.
Yes.
very soon you'll see the level of alcohol will reduce to the point where the oils in it can no longer be contained as a dissolved solution. They'll start to loosh out. It's much like that creamy head that you get on ouzo when you drip ouzo onto it. Now, a Czech absinthe without Artemisia absinthium, and Czech absinthe is not spelt with an E on the end.
Yes.
I'm not besmirching Czech absinthe, I'm just saying this is a different experience.
Yes.
That doesn't have the looshing ceremony effect, so you'd light it. Not that caramelizing sugar does anything for it. We're not going to introduce a flame here because that's not the purpose of what we're drinking.
Okay.
What does absinthe do for me? I have a lot of pain in my body, and as people get older they do, and they drink alcohol.
Yes.
But absinthe is something quite different. It's a push-pull. The alcohol warms the throat, the phenols cool it, so it's a push-pull. The alcohol dulls your receptivity and your creativity, but the absinthe, in some psychotropic ability, actually gives you a poetic flair. It gives you quite a loquaciousness, but also a dexterity with what you say. It's a push-pull, but eventually alcohol will win. And the little serve that I've placed there, although I'm going to dilute it 2 or 3 to 1, depending on the taste of yourself. And the properties that I see now, we can see the peppermint colour that's coming out.
Yes.
It is still close to 2 serves of alcohol that I've poured. So if I share 3 amongst around with my friends overnight, then I still have 3 times 2 or 6 serves of alcohol. I can't drive and say I'm still lucid. That's not an argument that will stand up.
I see.
For me, it takes all the pain away from my body. Okay, it does other things as well. 30% of the people on Earth have got intestinal worms. It's not such a high rate in the Western world, but when's the last time
you've been dewormed? Dewormed.
Not all that often. It helps stimulate hunger for those who need it.
Yes.
It increases the working of the bile duct, and like all bitter things like your Italian aperitifs, it actually forces the stomach to secrete a bit, just like real licorice does, not your licorice molasses, but real seaweed.
Yes.
And real licorice.
Yes.
Now, what's in it? What can you smell? That's really, it's different. Every blend is a bit different. What I've given you here at the moment is it's called Nouvelle Orleans. There was a large French presence in New Orleans.
Yes.
Of course there was.
That's correct.
And so it's only right that they brought their flavour with them when they came to the United States. It's kind of brash. It's got a coriander taste that's quite strong.
Yes.
And they say it's so upright. It's not like a woman in a dusky corner of a bar. No. It's a woman with her blonde hair in curls who stares at you straight in the face.
How about that Chinese one that went up in the lift with us?
Oh, I tell you what, this is, if you want to dress up and enjoy yourself on a Saturday night, this is the place. It's got the 3 sweet sisters in it.
Yes.
So Melissa and Veronica.
Yes.
Melissa is what they actually drop in people's eyes, even when you get an eye test. It just swells open the eyes.
Yes.
So Melissa, Veronica, and Angelica. So they're the 3. Also, you get many other things, just like in a Swedish bitters.
Yes.
Now, going back to this being a controlled substance.
Yes.
Paul, I'm going to give you.
Thank you, sir.
Have a smell of this first.
Okay, we'll have a smell.
It's not quite ready, but just tell us what you can smell.
Okay. Ah, that's delicious.
Is it heady, or is it so much more? It should be refreshing, and yet at the same time it should be really engaging.
It's got that aniseed type of smell, hasn't it?
Always front and forward in any of this product.
Very, very delicious. Very delicious.
It's only recently that the public has stopped freaking out about this topic, and this came in the United States as a kind of a bulwark. It's almost like what a wine cooler is to a wine.
Yes.
The property in wormwood, the oil which is said to cause a psychotropic actions, and I believe it does, although it's in very, very small amounts when it's refined in a copper alembic. This is almost non-existent in this at all. I see. So it got rid of the hysteria in the United States and cracked open the market. It's not really to my taste. If someone's really an abstainer, you can say drink alongside us and you're still having absinthe experience without that, the mind frame. Paul?
Yes.
My aim is to one day, I have an absinthe buddy that I go and do ceremonies with, and we've also done a burning of the witch in an absinthe cellar. Now, it's not as bad as it sounds. In Central Europe, it's quite a thing where, not in effigy, but a woman graces the table and has a number of poems and then charges red against her. And there's giving her the grace of a female who is the head of the drama of the night. She's eventually led away, and that's really the end of it. But when you dress up and you're ready and your receptivity is heightened by the drink, it really adds to it. But my drink, my aim with my absinthe buddy is to really try the pre-ban absinthe. So this has come out again into production, and all the drinks that you see here today are from the Edouard series, apart from this one. These are from the Edouard series. The Edouard series took pre-ban absinthe, took chemical analysis of it, and did their best to reproduce it. What you're seeing here is not what absinthe tasted like then. What you're tasting is what the few remaining samples of pre-ban absinthe taste like once they've aged to present day. Because that's the nearest to the truth we can get. But to me, they're winners, knockout winners. And towards the very end, we may try this tonight if you're up to it.
Yeah, I would try. I'd love to do that.
They've actually bubbled oxygen through it.
I see.
Why do they do that? They've done it to give it a honey apple taste. And also oxygen was said to give therapeutic properties. So they're always playing with the latest. It's not like your oxygen bar is the latest, greatest thing for your therapeutic properties. Well, there you are. You can pay what you want for a bottle of absinthe. This was €100 and I didn't, and that's before it got seized and extra taxes were charged. So I would only share this with a person who's drunk absinthe before, because otherwise it's like pouring expensive scotch down the drain.
I know. Just I know exactly what you mean there. You just pearls to swines.
Kind of. You'll see the patisseries or the butter biscuits that we have here. And that's
what does that do? Is that to cleanse the palate, or what's that for?
Because you're drinking something sweet, it doesn't go with something savoury. It just doesn't. The other thing is that the time of day, it would be like the 6 o'clock swill, it would be the 5 o'clock end of work. People would work in the city and just stroll across, and then they'd start at 5 p.m, have a little appetizer and something sweet to nibble and socialise for an hour.
I see.
Now, when so many cups are in procession at the same time, the place just smells wonderful. It smells so clean, so pepperminty. You know, your hyssop and anything else which is added to it just gives it such a heady smell. And I think these people were bon vivants. Why I would not drink anything from a bottle shop that says absinthe?
Why is that?
Okay. Can you remember the autumny colour which I had in here? Sometimes you get something even closer to a forest floor, an autumn forest floor. If it's not a natural colour like this, then who knows what it is.
I see.
Really, this is really just chlorophyll which is giving it this colour.
I see.
And any other botanicals with it. Often it's stripped with the first distillation, caught and then added back in. So you can play with it. And sometimes red is available, like your who's that shock horror singer who's a bit like Alice Cooper without the hits? Marilyn Manson. He has a red absinthe. There was an existence of one red absinthe previously, so it's not wrong. And it's possible as long as it's natural. Yeah, thank you very much.
Hey, that's absolutely amazing.
I think we'll all enjoy an absinthe before we start the night.
Let's do that. Let's do that now. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I wanted to give it the respect that it deserves there, because you're a serious guy there.
That's yours.
And thank you. So I would drink this now. Is that right?
Unless let me just sniff. It's too strong.
No. That's not too strong.
Okay,
that's
you're
fine.
ready. You drink it. Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. So this absinthe I'm having is, what's this one here? Sorry, just so I could ask you.
Okay, what you drink is from the Jade series. And it's a Nouvelle Orleans.
So now with Scotch and that there, you don't just gasp it and drink it and say, oh, next one, please, bottoms up. This is, you'd sip this? How would you...
It's slightly above wine strength.
Okay, so...
the idea is a social thing. It's like you don't gulp a pot of tea. You just imagine it's a pot of tea and you're gathering around the pot. So it's really at that kind of pace.
It's delicious.
Together.
It's delicious.
You've come together. It's a social drink. It certainly can be abused. I forgot to say one thing about the colour, why I wouldn't buy an artificial colour. In the old days when people used to get absinthe madness.
Yes, the madness.
Well, there's a number of reasons. Firstly, it's just like cheap gin. Whatever you're putting in, how you're making a distilled spirit or a base spirit to start with. Some absinthes are made with a grape alcohol, and some are just made like a potato alcohol or something like that.
Yes.
How clean is it? Just like your gin. The other thing is to colour it. They'd want a very quick solution, just like people can buy vodka essence or absinthe essence.
Yes.
And you think, are you crazy? They would actually put copper in it with like a copper and another thing to bind to copper, and that would give it the green colour and would cause intense headaches.
Oh, I see.
Now, what kind of artists would drink it to excess? Well, just the same kind of people who would be lords and gamble their family wealth away and then die of syphilis and mental diseases and without any help.
They sound like interesting people.
And in the gutter. Who was the artist that cut it?
Van Gogh. You mentioned Van Gogh.
Yeah, he was a notorious absinthe drinker.
Yes.
But in part, he...
So what time period was absinthe?
From the Belle Epoque, which I guess would have been the time of Eugene Artet.
Yeah.
He would have done the sepia tones of France before they cleaned away around the city walls and actually recleaned it, through into...
So what about 1600?
First World War.
1600?
No, 150 years ago. 150 years ago. And it's only in the last 15 years or so, before the First World War, that the ice carafes were used, the ice fountains. Before that, they just sloshed a carafe and just had a bit of fun with that. It's
the madness. Why is the madness associated with it?
A lot of people self-medicate with alcohol.
Yes.
Okay, and a lot of people get medicated by a doctor with drugs that they shouldn't get medicated with, a dependence instead. So which is the lesser evil? In the case of Van Gogh cutting off his ear, he seemed to think that a woman had subdued him just like a bullfighter had subdued a bull, and the referee would award a tail and ears or a whole head, depending on the performance. So he wanted to give a prize, so he gave one of his ears to her, and well done, you've subdued the bull.
Yes.
You know, people. If you're going to self-medicate with alcohol, would you buy the lowest alcohol? Would you go for something that was quite hefty?
Yes.
I think I'd go for something quite hefty.
I understand. So is the artists, the creative people have always loved this sort of stuff, and does it make you creative, or that's not necessarily?
That's the thing about the first drink, the second drink, or the third drink of absinthe. You see things as they are, then you see things as you'd like them to be, and then the third one you see things that aren't.
I got to tell you, with expensive alcohols, I've been very fortunate to have had a nice bottle of cognac for my birthday, and it's a $300 bottle of cognac. With cognac, you can spend thousands, but $300 is still pretty damn amazing. And it doesn't have that nastiness to it, and I must say this here is very delightful, even though it's strong. Yes. Very delightful to drink.
It's going to be slightly bitter because it's a herbal concoction, much like a Swedish bitter. Can you see that the elephant's trunk is actually delivering the water through its head?
Ah, what a clever thing,
It's kind of funny, isn't it? Even just an elephant head like this, you're paying over $700 Australian.
Yes.
But I'm not buying it. I'm not buying this for me. I'm buying it for the people around me to make them feel special, and that's important to me.
The ritual seems to be very important for you, and
why is it important to me? And
it symbolizes
the Western world is an indifferent world. Right?
Yes.
But not only that, it's a hurried world, and it's a caffeinated society, and it's a give me this deliverable by the end of the day. To me, now let's slow down. I have to slow down because look, I have to slow down. Yes. But I'm actually tuning myself. I'm going to feel this way. If I had a vinyl record player beside me, believe me, I'd be choosing wiping and dropping the needle.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's very, very cool.
Thank you very much.
And your brothers are into the absinthe as well?
Well, it's part of a thing we do as brothers. It's the ritual. We get called together, and It's almost like the incantations.
Yes. Do you enjoy it too?
I do. I do enjoy a good absinthe. There's apparently an absinthe bar now in Melbourne.
It's connected with the one in Sydney, and that it's really superb. So I'd give all my faith to one in Melbourne, and they're not going to lead you astray. What they have is Swiss distilled absinthe. Yes. Now, Swiss distilled doesn't mean it's from Switzerland. We're drinking French.
I must say, I'm really happy that we're enjoying this. We don't have loud noises here. We're just a couple of guys having a couple of drinks, you know. It's just relaxing. You know, I didn't want to... Last time we did some recordings, we just had the bad vibe, you know. And with that other person, it was a little bit noisy.
Oh, and people get excitable because you're bringing something from the past.
Well, that person is an alcoholic. Any free alcohol will make them very excited.
The experience I had is...
But, no, it was good.
When I first encountered this, the drama of it was almost like when I was a teenager and I saw Egyptology, and I saw a Iron Maiden cover of Power Slave, and these symbols just set me wild. They riddled me, they really did. It's the same kind of thing. Wow, what is this?
And you've really gone into your hobby. You've spent thousands of dollars on your hobby.
It's not a hobby, it's a ceremony.
It's a ceremony?
Yeah. It's just like watches a pursuit.
Sorry, I'll just move this.
A hobby, well, what's the difference?
No. Sorry. Oh, you can move back. I'll just move this out. Sorry, you can move back now. Thank you, sir. Just hang on.
I want you to bring away when you come back to Brisbane.
Yes.
That Melbourne still is a grand old dame. She still has a culture that she wants to.
Just hang on one tick there. Just hang on one tick there.
It's important.
Okay, Richard, we were just saying there.
It's important.
You wanted to mention there. You want me to come away from this realizing that Melbourne
still has the seasons to allow all kinds of culture. It's still a grand old dame.
A grand old dame. Whereas what's Sydney? What's Sydney?
Sydney is
just a nasty metropolis.
No, it's a place for indulgences for those who have exceptional wealth.
Exceptional wealth.
Exceptional wealth. There are indulgences there. Life on the bay that you wouldn't believe.
Yes. I understand what you're saying there.
Andrew, I think we're ready.
It's a real treat to have a true enthusiast who loves his absinthe. So how do you pronounce it?
Absinthe.
Absinthe. You just take your time. That's great.
So I'm putting the pill in his mouth.
I'll film it that way. That's great. This is incredible, isn't it? I really quite enjoy the drink. It's just like it's
we're
a
off,
nice.
We're off filming.
No, we're still filming.
Okay.
We're.
C'est une vraie retirade. On attend entre le tombé de l'eau et le louche et l'apparence de l'effet vert.
No, that's really, really enjoyable that there. I'll just stop that.
I'm only signing it because it costs nothing. So this is the congratulations to everybody.